Eddie Murphy, Craig Brewer, thank you so much for talking to us and welcome to India Today Television. To begin with, I have to start with, I absolutely loved the movie. It was such a roller coaster with fun, music, the dance, the costumes, the style. I think it was absolutely perfect.
Thank you.
But the one thing that really impressed me was that, y'all had the guts to take a dig at yourselves. In one of the dialogues, y'all say, Hollywood does make sequels that no one really needs. And here you are, 32 years later, with a sequel to the monstrous hit coming to America. Tell us how this germ of an idea began so many years later.
The movie, when we did the first one, we thought that was it. We never thought we would be making a sequel. And then the movie kind of hung around. Like I've done 45 movies over the last 40 years, but Coming to America is the only movie that I've done that became like a cult movie where it's on TV all the time. And on Halloween, people get dressed up as characters from the movie. There's actually a restaurant in LA that on Halloween, they changed themselves into McDowell's restaurant. And they turned their menu into like stuff like sexual chocolate milkshakes. And that happened over over the years. And that's when I realized I was like, hey, there's an audience for this movie. If we could figure out a way to connect the dots, we could do a sequel. Even though it was 30 years ago, we can do a sequel. And then I got this idea and it came together and here we are.
The most important thing also is that, it has an underlining message, which is about women empowerment. Was that something that y'all had thought of right from the start?
No, those elements get added as you go along. We worked on the script for 4 years. And when we started off, it's kind of like you start off and you have all your ingredients and you know what elements and you know what you want the movie to be about. And then you figure out what the recipe is as you're going along. And with each draft, stuff changes and different stuff gets added to it. And, different writers work on it. And over the 4-year period, it turned into what it turned into.
Right, absolutely. And the fact that you play 6 characters, even in this film, and correct me if I'm wrong, after every film that you do, you always go on record to say, that's it, I'm never going to get back to that makeup chair.
I'm never doing this shit ever again. This is the last time, and I'm serious. This time is no more. This is the last one, so I hope they enjoy it, because they're not seeing me do it never again, ever again. That's what I see in every movie. I do that same speech.
Where this idea came from back in 1988, I presume this was the first movie that had you play so many characters.
Well, in the original movie, the idea for multiple characters wasn't there. In the original movie, I got the idea on the tour bus, and I had just broken up with a girl. I'm like 26 years old, and I had just broken up, and we got into a conversation of what it'd be so wonderful to meet a girl that didn't know that, I was me, and it just liked me for me. One of those kind of I was feeling sorry for myself one night or something. And that's where the idea came from all those years ago.
Wow.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, and of course, I have to tell you this. You have a huge fan base in India. A lot of portions of your movie actually reminded me of an Indian film with the dance and the grandeur and the music.
Really?
Do you ever see yourself, perhaps watching Bollywood movies? Do you, follow Indian films?
No, I haven't seen any Bollywood movies. I didn't know I was popular in India either.
Yeah, man, you should consider doing one, Eddie. They're huge.
No, I know. I said to somebody the other day that we was talking about movie stars, and I was like, the biggest movie star in the world is not American. It's an Indian actor, has a billion people that watch him.
Yeah.
Right. But you're really popular, just so that you know. We've watched your movies and all of them. So, but before we let you go, Craig, can you please tell us, are we going to see part 3?
Yes, but part 3 happens in when I'm 75. We have to wait 16 years for part 3.
Eddie's got an idea for a part 3, and I've got an idea for part 3, and I got to talk him out of like waiting 15 years to do it.
You have an idea for a more recent part 3?
I think it's time. You're not going to like this, but I think it's time that we finally do like a crossover like everybody else is doing. And I think that your character from Trading Places needs to get in some sort of like problem that King Akeem, and really it's like it's the Eddie Murphy universe. There's the Marvel universe, there's the Star Wars universe, and then there's the Eddie Murphy universe.
We had a scene in this movie, remember, where we had the clumps were supposed to show up in the scene, this big clumps were supposed to show up, and
you have all your characters.
Wow, I'm going to save this interview for prosperity, and I'm going to show it to you perhaps many years later, or make it go viral on social media.
Oh no, I'm telling you, I have an idea that unless he has if his idea is better, then we'll do his idea. But I have an idea that when I'm 75 at work.
All right, it was wonderful talking to you, and all the best for the film. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for talking to us, and welcome to India Today Television. It's such a pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
To begin with, I have to tell you, we absolutely loved what we saw. Coming to America is so exciting, and to see you in that avatar, so flamboyant, the style, the clothes, your entry, all of that, it almost seems like a character from our Hindi movies.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's a little.
Sorry.
I actually, because I watch Hindi movies and Bollywood movies, Tiger, I know these guys. And I come from the background of musical theater. So I appreciate the musicality in film, in Hindi film and in Bollywood movies. And I thought it would be fun to bring a little bit of that to the world of Nextdoria. Bollywood movies are very popular in Nextdoria. People didn't know this. Yeah. Yeah,
so
General Easy is a big fan of Shah Rukh Khan. Yes.
No, but what are the kind of movies that you personally watch when it comes to Bollywood?
Oh, well, from Balu Bali to, even Siddhartha, the whole series I watch. And, anything with Shah Rukh, anything, Khan, I watch. Tiger Shone, I watch those, the action movies. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
that's really wonderful.
Some of the ancient movies about the Chopra period and the Japajit period. Yeah.
Gosh, we have to have you down to India
I can't wait.
Shoot for a film.
I can't wait. Yeah. I look forward.
Okay. But coming to America, it actually touches upon a very important part, which is women empowerment. We do see the kind of respect towards the end that a woman deserves. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's wonderful in the African tradition that we've had that for thousands of years. It's been going back and forth, it's ebb and flow, but it's been known that the gender equality and women empowerment existed in some of the greatest kingdoms within the African and the Indian culture, the Asian and the African continent. So it's wonderful to see it reborn, give it rebirth here now, and inspire the young men and women of the creative arts in the future.
Absolutely, and of
but
course,
speaking the truth, you must. If the situation with your woman is bad, man, your house and your life is going to be terrible, man. I can tell you that.
Touché. Absolutely agree.
It is true, man.
And in fact, you had just done a movie with Eddie Murphy. It was, in 2019, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Tell us about your collaboration with him and how has the journey been with Eddie Murphy?
Wonderful. It took 30 years for it to happen. We know each other personally and have dined together and played together. We're never having an opportunity to work in film. So for me, it was a long-awaited bucket list being checked off, and I was happy that my performance and my work in the first one got me another job with him.
Right, and hopefully a sequel too coming to America as well.
Oh, well, you never know. You never know. We shall see.
And of course, before we let you go, Wesley, we have to talk about the fact that, of course, India knows you for your role in Bad, which was with Michael Jackson. Talk to us about that. I know that was about 30 years ago, but here we are.
Yes, probably around the same time I auditioned for Coming to America 1. I was doing bad video and working with, well, the bad short film, working with Michael Jackson. Excellent to be around a master of his craft and learn and let some of that energy and experience rub off on me. It was honorable and wonderful to be accepted and to be pat on the back like, hey, you know, you're pretty good. You should continue to do this. You know, it's like, oh man, yeah. And I thank him forever. I will never forget him. And he has been an influence in my life since, since knee-high to a curb.
We're really looking forward to you coming to India soon and starring in a Bollywood movie. It was
I would love
lovely
that.
talking to you.
I would love that. Absolutely. Absolutely. 1000% I would do that.
Yeah, we'll hold you up to that. But thank you so much for talking to us. Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.